straight out to Deborah Roberts, news anchor, Florida News Network. Deborah, what happened?
Well, it turns out she had brought her child in for a respiratory issue, which seemed pretty standard, but it ended up being a case of attempted murder. She was seen on video
Natisha
camera.
Lance.
I apologize.
Go ahead, Deborah.
No, I think she was seen on video surveillance camera going into the baby's room and attempting to strangle her. Six different times.
Natisha Lance on the story. Natisha, explain exactly what we know tonight.
What we know, Nancy, is that this 22-year-old mother goes into her baby's room, attempts to strangle her 6 different times. Before she does this, she looks around to see if there's anyone there. On the 3rd time, a nurse comes into the room. Nothing seems to be amiss. The nurse leaves the room. You can see the baby kicking, gasping for air, trying to cry out. And on the 6th time, Nancy, is when this baby, you see her hand on this video, reach up to her mother's hand, trying to get away. Again, kicking, gasping for air, and then the baby goes limp, and then an alarm sounds, and that is when nurses in the hospital come to the mother's aid, come to the baby's aid, and the mother says, quote, she's having another episode.
Back to Deborah Roberts, news anchor with Florida News Network. Deborah, are there any other children? Has this mom been investigated for any other infant deaths?
No, she has not. She doesn't have any other children, but she did have one prior incident with DCF in May of last year. The baby was hospitalized for a breathing problem, but the doctor they consulted at that time did not feel the child was being abused.
So the child has been treated for breathing problems before. To Karen Stark, psychologist, sounds like the breathing problems, she's got breathing problems, all right. She can't breathe because she's got a finger necklace. Her mommy has her hands wrapped around her throat. Karen Stark, what is Munchausen by proxy?
Munchausen by proxy means that you decide that your child has all kinds of illnesses, Nancy, and it's really because you want the attention and you would like to have the illnesses to get that attention. So you put it onto your child. Regular Munchausen means that you come up with an illness. I want to say about insanity that it's very, very important to remember that there's a difference between having a diagnosis and knowing the difference between right and wrong. She was checking the cameras, so she knew she was doing something wrong, but she was really getting excited about doing this.